Here's what happened round 14 of the FIAT Motocross World Championship, the FIAT Professional, MXGP of Belgium. Taking the foxhole shot for the second time this year was Jeremy Seewer on the Suzuki World MX2 machine, but it was the number 61 of Jorge Prado quickly made his way to the front, closely followed by Julian Lieber. Ben Watson made a good start as well. So too, all three Rockstar Energy Husqvarnas. Prado disappeared at the head of the field. Meanwhile, Jeremy Seewer was in second, but Jonas made that move to get himself into third. A couple of laps later, he found his way past the number 91 of Seewer to go second, and then went after his teammate. The pass for the lead came on lap 9, the same place that he passed the Swiss a few laps earlier. Jonas was all of a sudden up front and in control in MX2 Race 1. Jeremy Seewer was having a lonely time in third. He threw down the Suzuki in a right-hander. He picked himself up in third. Julian Lieber was running third, but in the closing stages of the race, he was caught and passed by Benoit Paturel. Paturel eventually came home in fourth, but it was a win for Jonas. Prado was second. MXGP Race 1, and Tony Cairoli was first to the foxhole shot line for the 11th time this season. Glenn Koldenoff was right there behind him, so too was Max Nagel. Jeffrey Hurling's about 6 or 7 behind the two factory Yamahas of Van Hoorbeek and Fevre. Cairoli tried to establish a gap at the head of the field. Koldenoff made it difficult for him in the early stages. Eventually, though, Koldenoff started to pull clear as Hurlings got alongside Cairoli and went after the 8-time champ. Made a move on the inside, found his way past Cairoli to take second, and then soon after that was quickly into the lead when he made that move on Koldenoff. That came on lap 5. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek found his way past the number 12 of Max Nagel to get himself into 5th on his Monster Energy Yamaha as Gauthier Paulin tipped over from 7th. He would eventually come home in 7th place. Tony Cairoli fell 2 laps from home, picked himself up in 3rd. His teammate Koldenoff narrowly avoided him in the process, but as quick as a flash, Cairoli was back on form and back into 2nd. Hurlings, though, was the winner in Race 1 for the 6th time this year. Cairoli Koldenoff made it a Red Bull KTM 123 in Race 1. Van Hoorbeek was 4th. MX2 Race 2, and this time it was Thomas Covington on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna that crossed the foxhole shot line for the 5th time this season, but once again it was Prado who was right there with him as Jonas, the winner from Race 1, found himself on the deck at turn 1 with Jorge Zaragoza. Covington, his time at the front didn't last too long, and before the end of the first official full lap, Prado made the big jump across the quad, found his way into the lead. Covington was 2nd, Lieber was 3rd, Seewer was 4th, Thomas Kjær-Olsen was in 5th, but that mistake there from the American allowed Lieber into 2nd. Jeremy Seewer threw away 4th, dropped down to 9th, eventually climbed his way back into 4th place. By the time the checkered flag fell, a golden opportunity lost for the rider who was chasing down the 41 in the championship. Jonas made a move on Paturel as he carved his way through the field. That put him up into 11th, but he wasn't done yet. Nor too was Thomas Covington. He found his way back past the LRT KTM of Julian Lieber to get himself into 2nd. With about a 1/3 of the race to go, but then he had a massive crash, threw down the Husqvarna, and he would not finish the race. Jorge Prado, though, was victorious in Moto number 2. He headed home. Julian Lieber, Thomas Kjær-Olsen, Jeremy Seewer, and Paul Jonas came home 5th. But it was a 2nd career Grand Prix victory for Prado. Jonas 2nd, Lieber 3rd in what was a KTM 123 in MX2. Championship now looks like this. Paul Jonas has 50 points clear of Jeremy Seewer, with Thomas Kjær-Olsen 3rd. But what about that? A 2nd Grand Prix victory for Jorge Prado. He does it here on the toughest racetrack of them all. But the red plate still belongs to Paul Jonas as we head to Switzerland, round 15.
You know, win a 2nd time, it's incredible. Track was so rough, so tough, and I actually didn't expect to go full gas of 35 minutes. At the end, you know, I was so tired. I didn't know where the 2nd guy was, so it made me a little bit nervous, but, you know, I did it.
MXGP Race 2, and once again, Tony Cairoli was first across the foxhole shot line on his Red Bull KTM. That's 12 in the season now for Cairoli. But this time, Jeffrey Hurlings, the bullet was right there behind him in close pursuit in second, setting up what would be a spectacular dogfight between the top two riders in MXGP, certainly in the sand. Hurlings struck early. He went around the outside of Cairoli to take the lead before the end of the first lap. DeSalle was there in third. Anstey, well placed, in fourth. Arminas Jasikonis made a big leap to head past Bobrishev to go into fifth as he gave chase to the 99 of Anstey and DeSalle. Cairoli, though, found his way up the inside of Hurlings, ran him wide at the end of the straight in front of the main span zone as DeSalle threw away third, allowing Anstey and Jasikonis through. The Belgian on the Kawasaki would pick himself up in fifth. Cairoli and Hurlings were at it again. This time it was Hurlings on lap 7 who found his way down the inside of Cairoli. DeSalle made another mistake later on in the race that allowed Glenn Koldenoff through to take over fourth. That's where he would stay, and that would be good enough for third overall in the Grand Prix. Jeffrey Hurlings, though, for the 7th time this season, won a moto in MXGP. It was his second career victory this season in MXGP as well. Cairoli second, Koldenoff third. Once again, it was a KTM 1-2-3 in MXGP this time, all on Red Bull KTMs as well. Cairoli continues to lead the championship, 99 points clear of Jeffrey Hurlings, who leapfrogs DeSalle into second. DeSalle stays third, but Jeffrey Hurlings, a most popular winner here in MXGP in Belgium, but Cairoli still has the red plate.
A lot of fun, nice battle, you know, we cut each other off a couple of times, but hey, that's racing, and Ottobiano, he won, now I won, so we're 1-1, and very proud, and hopefully many more nice battles like this will come.